What do I do in the band?
I think you're the guitarist and the vocalist.
I think I'm the bass player.
I'm pretty sure you haven't had one for about 2 years.
It's got to be longer than that. Not since we wrote Ascendancy.
Yeah.
My name's Rob, I'm the lead vocalist and guitarist for Beyond Your Design.
Hey, my name's Chase. I'm the bassist and the backing vocalist for Beyond Your Design.
What are you all about? Beyond Your Design is for those not ready to give up, but are willing to give everything. Our music's a catalogue of relentless drumming, head-crushing riffs, powerful guitar melodies, snarling lead vocals, and some less than average clean singing from me. But for everybody else, we stand for overcoming the difficulties and challenges that life presents us with. Our time as a band has plagued us with so many people telling us what we can and can't do, and we just don't stand for that shit. We're not the toughest or meanest bastards on the scene, but we don't pretend to be. We really don't pretend to be. We're passionate, we're determined, and we definitely don't take ourselves too seriously.
So tempted to just go, oh!
What key artists influence you?
Definitely Bullet for Valentine's one of the major inspirations. Avenged Sevenfold, Killswitch Engage. I think that's kind of like the main sort of three back when I was like around 14. Kind of first got me into like the modern metal.
On the vocal side of things, it's the likes of Devin Townsend, Matt Heafy for Trivium. Not only are they fantastic musicians, but it's the presence that they have on stage, and it's that perseverance to accomplish exactly what it is they want. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Hopefully out of lockdown. As a unit, I find that we always strive for more. As each year passes for us as a band, I don't think we're ever content with what we achieve or what we have. We're always looking for that next big goal. Even with our debut EP coming out this year, like, there's already talks of our first album or the second album.
I'm looking forward to like being able to get onto gigging more, like hopefully getting into some like bigger gigs.
What inspired you to create this single? Generally, plans to, I'm going to say that again, the fucking goose threw me off. So from Apathy to Waste, for me, it came from a place of hopelessness and despair. You know, people come and go into your life that you put so much meaning and attachment into, and then when they're gone, you feel isolated and alone. That isolation and loneliness really led to just not giving a shit. You find that you're flirting with these toxic traits and behaviours that fill that void. I think for me, one of the most empowering moments was to discover that I didn't need those people to be happy. You sometimes need to feel alone to discover who you truly are. What is the reaction like when you perform this track live? There's a friend of mine called, we call him the Nighthawk. For the past year, he came to like almost every single one of our shows, and he always does this like one-man circle pit. Everyone else at like live shows now, like they're too mature, they're too grown up to throw themselves into the pit. Whereas Nighthawk, on the other hand, when the song like properly kicks in, he's just the last time we played at the County Music Bar in Chesterfield, I just remember hearing everybody singing the guitar melody like back. Me and Harry were at the front just like, whoa.
I didn't realise that happened to you, to be fair.
I think it's only happened once, but...
Yeah, only the once.
Only once, and it was only those 20 people in the room that had heard the song. Despite having one single out on streaming platforms, what other tracks do you perform live? So we tried to keep our set list relatively consistent. We've been prepping for the release of our debut EP, Together We Rise. Our set is full of songs that are featured on that release. I'm not going to go into too much about the songs from Together We Rise, but what I can tell you is that the songs will provide everything that our band is dedicated to. Relentless drumming, head-crushing riffs, powerful guitar melodies, snarling lead vocals, and for the true metal fans, some average clean singing.
It'll be available on all streaming services, as well as from Apathy to Waste. You can find it on all the usual sites, you know, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, Google Play maybe?
Probably. What is your favourite place to perform live and why?
Rescue Rooms in Nottingham, like...
It's pretty good.
Just because it's such a massive stage and the PA system they've got is quite modern and updated, so it just sounds fucking fat. But also a similar size stage, I suppose, is the Hairy Dog in Derby. Like, the Hairy Dog's always like such a good stage to play.
First thoughts before you go on stage and after you leave the venue?
Yeah, just basically just trying to keep to myself for a minute and kind of get my head straight and be like, right, have I got everything? Have I got my guitar strap, got my wireless?
All I'm thinking about is the first headbang, you know, the first scream, the first note I'm gonna sing. I can't walk off stage and say I could have given more.
First thing I want to do is get everything packed down as quickly as possible so I can just go grab like that first like nice beer, speak to all the fans and everybody who's just come to see you, or just actually see what they think of what they've just seen and
That's
what
the last thing I want. That's the last thing I want to talk about.
I always love to hear what people's reactions to stuff are because
I think for me, like, I just want to, like, because a lot of the people who come see us are like friends, you know, and I just really want to make sure that I give them my time. You know, they've spent time and effort to come and see us play. What is the first place you'll want to play once everything is back open? Altfest 2020.
Quickfire round.
Dream artist to perform live with? Either Trivium or a power metal band like Glory Hammer.
I think it's quite an obvious one for me, but for Valentine, like, always been a dream.
The first thing you're going to do when lockdown is over? Hopefully have a barbecue with some friends and family. A couple of craft beers or some cider. Lots of vegetarian, vegan barbecue food. Why should people attend Derby Altfest?
Bands, music, it's just a great vibe and great atmosphere, why not?
And of course we're playing. We'll be on stage Saturday with the day's headliners being Envisions. We're so excited to be playing with those boys again, and we hope to see you all there. We're beyond your design, and together we rise. Together we rise!
Zion!